Women are never as innocent as they appear. Behind their smiles, there is often a hidden calculation. Behind their gaze, desire, and sometimes a clever manipulation. Carl Jung once said that every person has a face they show to the world, and another they hide even from themselves. Women, in particular, are masters of this art. Today, I will reveal to you 7 dark secrets of female psychology, those hidden truths women never tell you, but use against you. These secrets will wear you out, and once your energy is drained, they will move on without a second glance. If you truly want to understand women, this is the video for you. Take a deep breath and listen closely. The first secret is the hunger for attention. Women thrive on attention. It is as essential to them as breathing. When she smiles at you, you may think she likes you, but the reality is she is simply feeding her ego. Her true power lies in how many people are watching her, how many desire her, how many are praising her. This is why she asks constantly, "How do I look?" It is why she checks every picture of herself 100 times. To her, you are not a lover. You are simply an audience. If you continue to give her attention, she will pull you in further. She will wear you out, and once your energy is spent, she will move on to someone else without a second thought. Remember, paying attention is not the problem, but giving too much of it puts you in her grip. The second secret is emotional testing. Women constantly test you. It is in their nature, in every fiber of their being. This game is ingrained in them. Sometimes she will ignore you. At other times, she will throw an unprovoked jab or hurt your self-esteem. This is all a test. She wants to see if you are truly strong or just pretending. If you break down in anger, she will see you as weak. If you stay calm, you are strong in her eyes. Jung said that women test men through their inner anima, repeatedly checking if you are really who you claim to be. But remember, this test never ends. Every moment, every situation, she will evaluate you. If you pass, you will gain respect. But if you fail, she will ignore you. The third secret is the constant search for something higher. A woman's gaze is always looking upward. She is always looking to see who is better than her current companion. Today, you may be special to her, but tomorrow, someone else might appear, and her heart will shift toward them. This is the bitter truth. Her inner desire is for security and a sense of existence. She is constantly searching for a man who is powerful, someone of higher status, someone who stands out from the crowd. You may think she loves you with all her heart, but the truth is, she only loves you as much as you can fulfill her needs. As soon as she finds someone better, she will slip away from your grasp. And this is why many men are broken. They think she is theirs, but the truth is, a woman belongs to no one. She belongs to the one who is best for her at any given moment. The fourth secret is the game of cleverness. Women do not engage in direct confrontation. Their weapon is subtlety, the manipulation of emotions, and mental traps. Sometimes she will make you feel guilty, making you believe that the fault is yours, even though the game is hers. At other times, she will suddenly become silent, leaving you confused about where you went wrong. Sometimes she will use tears to break you down, making you feel responsible. You think you are making decisions freely, but the truth is, she has already planted the seeds in your mind. Your choices are ultimately standing on the ground she prepared for you. Carl Jung said that a woman's real power lies in her indirect influence. She wins wars without raising a weapon. You will think you are the king, but in reality, the strings of your crown are in her hands, and this is her greatest tactic. She will never directly command you. Instead, she will create an atmosphere, give hints, stir emotions, and you will end up doing exactly what she wants. If you recognize this game, you may escape it. But if you stay blind, you will slowly become her puppet. Your thoughts, decisions, and life will all dance to her tune. The fifth secret is the duality of desire. A woman's heart is always divided. One part longs for passionate, fiery love. The other part desires security, the stability of a safe haven. She wants a man with whom her heart will race, with whom she can experience excitement and danger. But at the same time, she seeks a man who will keep her safe, who will provide a steady life, someone she can trust. This is why, often, you will see her loving one man with all her heart while building a home with another. The man who provides passion is like a magnet for her. She knows he might not stay, but her heart still runs toward him. The man who offers security is like a wall. She knows he will stabilize her life, but there will always be an emptiness inside her. Jung said that within every woman, there is both shadow and light. The shadow pulls her toward risk, while the light leads her to the safe path. A woman is always torn between these two forces. She wants a man who can fulfill both roles, but few men can do so. That is why her heart is often divided, running toward passion one moment, then seeking stability the next. And in this game, many men's hearts are broken because they believe they have given everything, but a woman can never fully suppress her dual desire. The sixth secret is how easy it is for her to change. You may think that if she leaves you, she will cry, fall apart, and remember you forever. But the truth is, for her, changing men is as easy as changing clothes. Today, she may choose you, but tomorrow, someone else might catch her eye, and she will leave you behind without a second thought. A woman always has options. There are countless eyes on her, and a single smile, a single photo, a single post on social media will immediately attract new men to her side. You may think you are unique, but to her, you are just another face in the crowd. You may be the only one in your heart, but to her, you are easily replaceable. Jung said that a woman's unconscious mind changes rapidly. She has a far greater capacity to forget and move on than a man does. So when you are broken, when you cannot sleep at night, when tears fall from your eyes, she is probably already laughing with someone else. Remember, if you are no longer her priority, you will not even have a place in her memory. She will move on and leave you in the past, and this is her greatest strength, the ability to move forward. And this is the greatest pain of a man. The seventh secret is her true face, the shadow woman. Every woman has a shadow within her. The face she shows to the world is often not the whole truth. You will see her innocent smile, her sweet words, her softness, but this is not the full picture. Deep within her, there is another form. This form can be greedy, ruthless, and willing to sacrifice everything for her own gain. Carl Jung referred to this as the shadow of a woman. This shadow exists in every woman. She keeps it hidden so society will see her as good. But when circumstances change, when she feels it will benefit her, this shadow comes out. You will suddenly see the woman who once loved you unconditionally turn cold, indifferent, and push you away. You will think she has changed, but the truth is, she was always the same. You just refused to see her shadow. This shadow is a woman's true power. She cannot always remain soft. She cannot always remain pure. The darkness within her, the hunger within her, will eventually surface. And this is the seventh secret. The true face of a woman. The face that shatters all your illusions once you see it. Now, you have learned the 7 dark secrets of a woman's psychology. The hunger for attention, the constant testing, the search for something higher, the clever games, the dual desires, the ease with which she can change, and the shadow woman hidden deep inside. This truth is bitter, but it will make you stronger. If you understand it, no woman will be able to play you. You won't break. You won't be used. You will know yourself. You will live with self-respect. Remember, understanding a woman is not about hating her, but understanding her mind and protecting yourself. If this truth resonates with you deeply, join me on this journey, because here we say the things the rest of the world suppresses. Take a deep breath and remember that respect always starts with yourself. As you reflect on the truth shared, it's important to understand that these insights into female psychology are not meant to diminish or belittle women. Rather, they are about recognizing the dynamics at play and becoming aware of the powerful, subtle forces that shape interactions. Understanding these behaviors is not a way to manipulate or control, but rather a way to navigate relationships with clarity and awareness. A woman's mind is complex, and by acknowledging these deep truths, you can find a way to coexist with that complexity without being overwhelmed by it. In this journey of understanding, you also gain a deeper understanding of yourself. These secrets are not only about women, but also about the dynamics of human nature, about how we all function when it comes to attraction, power, and emotional connections. Women, like men, are driven by desires, fears, and instincts. They, too, navigate their world by balancing internal conflicts, seeking both passion and stability, needing both attention and space. It is through understanding these deeper, often hidden aspects that we can begin to relate to others on a more genuine and mindful level. The intricate web of emotions, desires, and psychological mechanisms that women operate within isn't something to fear or avoid. It's something to embrace with understanding. By recognizing the hunger for attention, the tests, the dual desires, and the shifting emotional landscapes, you can approach relationships with a sense of balance, knowing that these traits do not define a person, but rather influence how they interact with the world around them. In this context, you can create a space of respect and authenticity, where both parties can communicate openly and honestly, without the need for games or manipulation. Throughout this journey, remember the most important lesson: respect, not just for others, but for yourself. Women, just like men, deserve to be respected and understood for who they truly are, not just based on the roles or expectations that society places upon them. Similarly, you must ensure that your own boundaries are respected and your emotional well-being is prioritized. It's essential to establish your own identity and sense of worth before entering into any relationship. This understanding of self-respect forms the foundation of all meaningful relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional. Only when you respect yourself can you fully respect and appreciate others. Ultimately, the goal isn't to turn relationships into a battlefield of power struggles, but to foster understanding and cooperation. A healthy relationship, whether it's between a man and a woman or any two individuals, is built on mutual respect, shared values, and emotional intelligence. Understanding the darker aspects of female psychology doesn't mean that women are inherently manipulative or deceptive. Instead, it shows that they, like all people, are multifaceted individuals with their own complexities, fears, and desires. By acknowledging these aspects, you're not only able to navigate relationships more effectively, but also foster deeper, more meaningful connections. Women, like everyone else, are driven by the desire for authenticity and emotional fulfillment. Understanding the dynamics at play can help you create a space where both individuals feel heard, respected, and valued. In turn, this leads to healthier, more genuine interactions where both parties can grow and thrive together. It's about creating a partnership that doesn't revolve around power or manipulation, but one where both individuals are encouraged to be their true selves. By approaching relationships with this mindset, you can ensure that they remain fulfilling, authentic, and free from unnecessary conflict. As we move forward, remember that these insights are not about mastering manipulation or becoming a cold, calculating person. Rather, they are about developing emotional intelligence, understanding how to handle difficult situations, how to maintain balance in the face of emotional turmoil, and how to cultivate self-awareness in your relationships. By knowing what to expect, by understanding how to respond thoughtfully and with empathy, you empower yourself to be both a better partner and a stronger individual. This journey of self-discovery and relationship understanding isn't a one-time lesson but an ongoing process. As you move forward, keep these truths in mind, but always remain flexible and open to new experiences. Women will continue to be complex, unpredictable, and powerful, but so are men. Together, through mutual respect and understanding, we can build relationships that are not defined by games or secrets, but by genuine connection, honesty, and shared growth. As we wrap up, understand that the journey of truly understanding women and the dynamics of human relationships is a lifelong one. But with these insights, you're equipped with the knowledge to engage in this journey with greater awareness, emotional clarity, and self-respect. You will not be manipulated. You will not lose yourself in the process. And most importantly, you will learn how to engage with others in a way that uplifts and strengthens both of you. Remember, the truth isn't always comfortable, but it is always liberating. By facing the deeper layers of female psychology and human nature, you free yourself from illusions and gain the power to navigate relationships with purpose and integrity. Don't fear the complexities. Embrace them. They are what make us human. And with this understanding, you'll be better equipped to create the kind of relationships that are based on mutual respect, authenticity, and shared growth. As we continue on this journey of deeper understanding, it's essential to emphasize that the complexity of female psychology, as revealed in these secrets, isn't a tool to control or manipulate. Rather, it's an invitation to engage with others in a more mindful, conscious way. The way a woman behaves, the way she tests, challenges, or shifts in emotional needs is not an anomaly, but a reflection of her own internal struggles and desires. This same understanding applies to men as well. Both genders face their unique psychological dynamics, shaped by experiences, cultural expectations, and internal conflicts. The deeper you delve into understanding these psychological truths, the clearer it becomes that relationships are not about simple games or manipulation. Instead, they are about emotional intelligence, mutual respect, and an understanding of one another's inner worlds. This doesn't mean that women or men are necessarily difficult to understand. It just means that human relationships, by their nature, are complex. They require patience, empathy, and an openness to uncover the layers beneath the surface. This understanding doesn't invalidate the emotional struggles and complexities that women face. It deepens your ability to navigate them with awareness and respect. When you are aware of these psychological dynamics, you don't approach relationships blindly, expecting them to fit neatly into a box of predictable behavior. Instead, you allow space for the unpredictability, for the growth, and for the beauty that comes from understanding the emotional terrain of your partner. One of the most critical aspects to remember in these relationships is the balance between emotional involvement and maintaining personal boundaries. You must learn to give without losing yourself. Relationships thrive when there is balance, when both individuals feel free to express themselves, but also when they understand and respect each other's boundaries. Women, like men, need room to grow, evolve, and serve and express their desires. But just as importantly, they need respect for their individuality. In understanding their psychology, we also come to respect their autonomy, their space, and their emotional landscape. This leads us to another crucial truth. Women's psychology, like any aspect of human nature, is not static. It is ever evolving, influenced by experiences, age, culture, and personal growth. This means that the truths we have explored today are not universal for all women at all times, but rather tendencies that may emerge in certain situations. The key to successful relationships lies not in rigidly applying these psychological insights. but in adapting them to the nuances of each individual. Understanding one woman's psychology may help in one relationship, while another woman may require a different approach entirely. With that said, the deeper you dive into understanding the emotional undercurrents that drive a woman's behavior, the more you can learn about your own emotional triggers and tendencies. Relationships are mirrors. The way someone reacts to us often reflects something within ourselves. Therefore, as you work to understand women better, you may also come to understand yourself more deeply. You may recognize your own emotional needs, your weaknesses, and your fears, and by doing so, you become more self-aware, more grounded in your own identity. But there's an additional layer to this understanding: empathy. While it's easy to look at these psychological insights and view them through the lens of manipulation or control, true understanding requires empathy. You must not only understand these truths, but also be compassionate towards them. When a woman tests you emotionally or seeks validation, it's often a reflection of her own insecurities or needs. When she shifts her attention to someone else, it doesn't mean you've failed her. It simply means that her emotional needs have shifted. Empathy is about recognizing the humanity behind the behavior, understanding the emotional complexity of the person you are with, and responding in a way that acknowledges their emotional world while maintaining your own sense of self. Women, just like men, are not perfect. They too carry baggage, fears, desires, and emotional scars that shape the way they interact with the world. Recognizing this allows you to engage in a relationship that isn't about trying to fix someone, but rather about offering support, understanding, and a safe space for emotional expression. This is the foundation of a healthy, balanced relationship: mutual growth, emotional respect, and a shared commitment to personal and relational development. The seventh secret, the shadow woman, represents the complexity we all carry within ourselves. Women, like men, are multifaceted beings with light and dark aspects. We all have parts of ourselves that we keep hidden from others, and often from ourselves. Jung's idea of the shadow refers to the parts of ourselves that we reject or suppress because they don't fit into our idealized self-image. Women may hide their shadow to conform to social expectations, but when the conditions are right, that hidden aspect may surface, just as it does in all humans. In relationships, it's vital to recognize the shadow within both yourself and your partner. These hidden aspects are not inherently negative. They are simply parts of us that need acknowledgement, acceptance, and integration. When you acknowledge these darker aspects, whether in yourself or your partner, you allow for a deeper, more honest connection. This doesn't mean embracing manipulation or negativity, but understanding that we are all more complex than what we appear to be on the surface. Through this understanding, the emotional games and the complexities of relationships are no longer things to fear. Instead, they become opportunities for growth, for deeper connection, and for a greater sense of self-awareness. When you embrace these truths about human psychology, not as a way to control others, but as a path to understanding, you free yourself from the traps of illusion and manipulation. You stop seeing relationships as battles or games and start seeing them as opportunities for true connection and mutual respect. As we conclude, remember that the key to mastering relationships lies not in controlling or manipulating others, but in understanding and respecting the dynamics at play. Women's psychology, like all psychology, is not a tool for conquest, but a field of study that requires empathy, awareness, and emotional intelligence. The more you understand these psychological forces, the more you can navigate relationships with confidence, clarity, and compassion. And in the end, understanding isn't about mastering the opposite sex, it's about mastering yourself. It's about creating relationships that are built on mutual respect, emotional depth, and a shared desire for growth. The deeper you understand these psychological insights, the more you will recognize that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Through this, you will be able to approach relationships with a sense of power, but not power over others. Power within yourself. Now, armed with the knowledge of female psychology, the darkness and the light, the games and the truths, you are ready to approach relationships with a new sense of awareness. And with that awareness, you will find that no woman, no person, will ever be able to manipulate you again. Instead, you will stand in your own truth, secure in your understanding, and able to navigate the world of relationships with grace, dignity, and strength. And